What a mini-series this What If has been. And looking at the poll, it does seem like a lot of my viewers want to see more of these types of videos, but in action. With that in mind, I will be developing the cards more on the side for the time being, so expect What If episodes to be taking a break in terms of card concepts. Instead, it may be time to revisit older themes and something that I've been cooking up, crossover episodes. But today's What If support looks at the Olympos XII in the final moments, the big bads and the final boss monsters set to appear in EX5. For this episode, I explore my concepts for Titamon representing the Titans, the leader of the Titans Plutomon, and finishing the episode with gracenovamon. Let me know your thoughts because a lot of these were really fun to conceptually craft. For the first and only level 2 I wanted to conceptually craft, Pagumon. Yes, I know a lot of the other Digimon for this series could have used a level 2, but arguably I wanted to give a new variant of Egg to Purple Dex. This conceptual cretin has a simple inheritable of when attacking, if you have 5 or more cards in your trash, draw 1, trash 1. You know, it had to be once per turn for something this powerful. While Demimeramon requires you to be deleted, this might arguably be the best purple egg should they ever make a variant like it. Pagumon digivolves into Goblimon, another purple variant with some very interesting effects. While this Digimon does not do any searching, it has an on-play effect that lets you trash one card from your hand, then delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. On deletion, if you have 10 or more cards in your trash, play one Ogremon from trash without paying its cost. While this Digimon is a grunt in some ways, it accelerates your win combo. No inheritable because this Digimon honestly didn't need it. Ogremon starts taking the spice to next level, returning as a red and purple Digimon. This Digimon would cost 3 from any red or purple Digimon, but digivolves from Goblimon for 2. On play, trash one card from your hand. This Digimon gains Rush for the turn. But the best part, this Digimon can warp digivolve into a Titamon from hand or trash for a cost of 9 memory, if your opponent has a level 6 or higher Digimon in play, ignoring the Digivolution requirements. For every 5 cards in trash, you get to reduce the Digivolution cost by 1, meaning hypothetically with 25 cards in trash you could evo for a cost of 4 instead. Crazy value. Ogremon also offers Purple Dex of First and Protection, in that if this Digimon would leave play, simply trash one card to prevent it from doing so. But if you can't warp Digivolve, there's always climbing up the conventional way. Digitamon returns as a purple-red Digimon that digivolves for 3 from Ogremon, but would normally cost 4 from purple or red. This Digimon has Blocker, and if you have 10 or more cards in trash, this Digimon gains Rush for the turn. On deletion, you reveal the top 5 cards of your deck, play one Ogremon from among them, and trash the rest. Its inheritable simply gives Blocker. Now you may be wondering why these slew of effects. Trust me, the top end and Plutomon is the real kicker here. Titamon is the big bad of this mini-series, a Digimon that takes from many elements of existing Digimon with Raid. First, it does feel similar to Marsmon from BT11, having Blitz when digivolving. However, all turns this Digimon can trash 2 cards from your hand in order to unsuspend it when attack target is switched. In lore, Titamon is a Digimon that is in essence a one-man army. Note that this effect is not once per turn, meaning if you have the cards to do it, you can in theory attack over all of your opponent's Digimon or block multiple times with Digitama's inheritable. Furthermore, I took a little bit from Belphimon in that while you have 5 or less cards in your hand, this Digimon gets security attack +1 and plus 3000 DP. And while you may burn through so many of your options and resources in your hand, Plutomon is how this archetype ties together. According to Wikimon, Plutomon is the leader of the Titans in the Digimon Crusader storyline, and is the one who completely destroyed the digital world Iliad before the Olympos XII ended up in the Yggdrasil server. This Digimon has an on-play when digivolving effect that digivolves 1 on all of your opponent's Digimon. Then you delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level. Sounds like Death Exmon, right? It's more of a watered-down version if I'm honest. Opponent's turn. Once per turn when a Digimon is deleted, you may play one level 5 or lower Digimon without paying its play cost. If you have multiple Digitamamons, prepare to build the army back. But on deletion, this Digimon has the special effect of if this Digimon had a purple Digivolution card, play this card from your trash without paying its memory cost. However, you must delete it at the end of your next turn. Plutomon is a presentation of Hades, the god of the underworld. As a result, I wanted to give Plutomon effects that make it powerful and reanimate itself before temporarily resting again. The wording specifically for this Digimon was to counter the potential of X antibody being the Digivolution source, instead specifying that the source underneath it must be purple if you want to revive it. But Plutomon is the main way for you to continually control your opponent's board, as well if you can Digivolve into it from Digitamamon, you'd have a blocker that on deletion would play itself back out. Likewise, if your opponent's Digimon is blocked and Plutomon survives, this could revive an Ogremon that could potentially warp Digivolve into Titamon for more shenanigans. But the final card for the What If Olympos XII support is Gracenovamon. This Digimon is a fusion of Apollomon and Dianamon, a representation of the energies of the sun and moon colliding to create, in essence, a Big Bang. This Digimon has a rainbow Digivolution from any level 6 for 7 memory, similar to Suzanomon. However, unlike that card, Gracenovamon has a DNA Digivolution condition of 2 Digimon with Olympos XII in their traits with different names and colors. One thing I wanted to do differently is allow for Gracenovamon to be splashable in multiple Olympos XII decks. The combined energies of 2, and the fact that all of them are multicolored, are also for this reason. When Digivolving, trash all Digivolution cards of all of your opponent's Digimon in play. All of your opponent's Digimon gain your turn, this Digimon cannot attack your opponent until the end of their next turn. In general, this is a complete turn lock one time. However, if you are DNA Digivolving for each color under this Digimon, place one of your opponent's Digimon to the bottom of the deck. Meaning in essence you can potentially put 6 or maybe even 7 Digimon under. The thing is, the Big Bang, the creation of time, is when time freezes momentarily before all the energies collide. Not only erasing everything, but starting anew again. Hence, clearing the board. But its last effect gives it some protection in that if this Digimon would leave play, trash one Digimon with Olympos XII in its traits to prevent it from doing so. Meaning that this card is very susceptible to cards like Sorai, or in general spot removal of Digivolution sources to remove the protection. But because of so many effects that are powerful, this is where I kept its stat line at a simple 15,000 DP. In general, what are your thoughts on the Titans and their leader Plutomon? Did Gracenovamon leave an impression that you'd love to see similar effects? At this time, I do think some reveals have been interesting, but others have been very lacking. While I do like the bird support, it does take away from its cohesive red support and locks it more to new support. Personally, I love seeing old cards get new support, but in this case, it's now kind of color locked. Let me know your thoughts on this episode, as I take a small break from card creation to prep for What If True Adventure support, and include some gameplay, but for now, I will be starting some fun crossover episodes. This is DigiPanda, logging out.